Hi friends, it's Tracy and welcome to Thrive After 55. I'm coming to you live from the Phoenix airport where I just dropped my daughter off at college yesterday. And it's quite an emotional time. She is my third daughter, my youngest daughter of 4 children. I still have my son at home, but it's going to be very different. I even asked him before we left, what do you think it's going to be like with just you and me? And he said, it's going to be kind of weird and it's going to be really quiet. I think he's right. I think after all these years of having three big sisters, it's going to be very quiet in our house. And this one has been quite a tipping point for me because I think it's because I have more kids out of the house than I do in the house. And so it's really becoming a reality for me that my years of being a mom, which have been a lot, like gosh, I'm going on 23 years here of being a mom, are coming to an end, I think. And what does that mean for me and for my future and for the days and years ahead? I know a lot of people when they drop their kids off at school or they get all the kids out of the house and are in the empty nest, it's time to reconnect as a couple, but I'm divorced. So, I don't have that necessarily to look forward to. There is some fear of being alone for the rest of my life, and I mean, that's just honest, but yeah, I think just having more kids out of the house than in the house. Also, the fact that she's my last daughter, and that kind of changes things. I mean, who's going to help me decorate my house and make things look pretty and all of that? So, but with every chapter that closes, there's always possibilities for the next chapter, right? So I'll have more time, freedom. We're not dealing with so much the competitive gymnastics and dance and cheer for so many years that I've had, and the high school events and all of that have been part of my life for so long and that have kept me hopping. And my son is not as involved in things and not big things like that. He'll do a theater production every once in a while, or he'll do those kinds of things. So he still has some activities, but it's not nearly the same as having 4 kids in the house. So I think it's going to be quieter, yes, but more time and potentially more money to invest in myself. I think part of that is going to be invested in trying to get us on some vacations together, because I'm realizing that is our time with just us is probably coming to an end. I think this is going to be our first holiday season where we're not all going to be together, which is weird. I can't even imagine that, but I guess, I knew it would come at some point in time. So I'm super proud of Bria, and I know that she's going to have a great year, but it certainly is reflective for me and a time for me to really to think and grieve to some degree the end of parenting. I guess it's not really the end of parenting, but it's coming to an end. When your kids are little, you think, gosh, I can't imagine a time when they're all going to be out of the house, and then you blink and here you are. It's kind of crazy how slow it goes and how fast it goes at the same time. But this time of life, this midlife, is really a time of a lot of change. I think it's a lot of grief. There's a lot of things changing and saying goodbye to a lot of things, but it's also opening the door for a lot of new possibilities of what are we going to do with our time and our money, and what do I want to do for the first time in a lot of years? What do I want to do, and how do I want to spend my time and my money, and what do I want to do with these years ahead of me? So yeah, it's a very reflective time, and it's an exciting time and a sad time and a happy time, and it's just all these emotions. But I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for my kids, and just looking forward to what the next chapters will bring. Well, you guys, I made it home, and the house is as I expected, eerily quiet. Toby's at school, and Bria's not here. So it's just me and my 3 dogs. And I'm just sitting here reflecting a little bit on each of my kids. And I'm so proud of all of them. They have all gone on to do amazing things. And I couldn't be happier for them and more proud of them. They've all got a really great combination of grit and drive. As kids, we always used to say, the geysers know how to do hard. And I think that's stuck with them. And at times when I've been really stuck and having a hard time, I can't do it, they go, Mom, the geysers know how to do hard. So we've kind of held on to that and built that culture of grit. But they all are also just wonderful, warm, caring human beings with huge compassion and empathy for other people. And I couldn't be more proud of that. But I was just thinking through each of them and kind of my favorite highlights from when they were little, and thought I'd share a little bit about each of my kiddos with you. So Shaylee is 23. She just graduated with her bachelor's degree in nutrition. And my favorite memory of her, I think the one that sticks out the most, is she was potty training. And we were in a long line waiting for the bathroom at Walmart. And we got up and finally got into our stall, and she took care of her business, and then it was my turn. And as soon as I did, she started clapping and burst out with, "Yay, Mommy!" And everybody in the bathroom just cracked up laughing, which was really great because it overshadowed her question to me, what that came next, which was, "Did you poop?" So that was a really fun memory with her. She was my competitive dancer and just was a beautiful dancer, and also went on to do cheer a little bit towards the end. And she went on to be an RA in college and a student leader, and really valued that time, and is still looking to get back into doing that a little bit. I hope she gets that opportunity. But she'll go on to get her master's in nutrition coming up here really shortly. Aubrey's my second born, and she is 21. She my favorite memory of her is just her little high heels. From the time that she could barely walk, she was walking around in those, those cute little plastic high heels that they have for little ones. And she had all the princess high heels. We got her a huge pack of them, and she would just clomp around in those heels all the time in her dress up clothes, and went on to be quite the shoe girl, as you could imagine. But she has just taken off this weekend as well. At the same time as I was dropping Bria off at college, I couldn't go with her because I couldn't be 2 places at once. But she went off to Florida and is in the Disney College program, where she'll live in the happiest place on earth for the next year. And as a student, she was a gymnast, a state championship gymnast, and she also went on to do a little bit of cheer as well. And she got her degree in psychology, and will go on to get her master's in and become a therapist once she finishes the Disney College program. And then my third is Bria. She's obviously off at college doing her thing today. Even heard from her and that they all went out and did riding their scooters in the rain last night, because I guess the rain in Florida is not all that common. So they made a fun memory doing that last night. She in high school was very involved in cheer, and was actually on a competitive cheer team, an elite cheer team that went all the way to the world competitions and took second in the world. She also was on her high school cheer team and was the captain of that team, as well as the captain of her junior high team. So cheer was a big part of her story, but she has taken a break from that to focusing on nursing is what she wants to do. And I think she'll be a fabulous nurse. And then there's my baby, Toby, my baby who's over 6 feet tall now. I remember when he was little, we have another bathroom story, but we went into the bathroom and I was like, Toby, I don't know if you can reach. And he's like, don't worry, Mom, I'll just put on my high heels. And then he stepped up on his tippy toes. You could tell he has 4 sisters. The poor kid was influenced by by all those sisters being around him. But he has he's really been a leader in his school. He organizes all of the social events and other events at school. He also did his first musical production and was the lead Damien in Mean Girls. I was so proud of him. He did a great job. And first show out of the gate and got the lead, which was awesome. But yeah, he's doing great things. He's 15, and I have 3 more years with him, which I'm really excited to have some time alone with him after all these years of being busy with all of the sisters' things. Now it's his time to spend with me. And just a great kid. They're all really great kids, and I feel so fortunate to have 4 amazing children in my life. And like I said, it's been my life's work to be these kids' mom. And I guess that's where it gets hard, is it's like, once you've been a mom for all of these years and you've poured yourself into this, what in the world is next on your to-do list or your trajectory? Like, where do you go from raising humans? Like, what in the world could you possibly do next that would have as much meaning? So I'm on a journey to find that out here at Thrive at 55, and I'm excited for you to be on this journey with me, just navigating the many goodbyes and the many pieces of grief, as well as the exciting new adventures and possibilities that are on the horizon for me. And for you, I'm so excited to have you joining me on this journey. And although it feels different here, right? Like, it's quiet and it's kind of nice and peaceful, and the dogs can tell it's different. They're all looking out the window, waiting for Bria to come back. There's one right there looking over my shoulder. But they can tell that things are different. But I think we're on the verge of something really great, as much as we are on the verge of kind of a time of reflecting back and grieving. So hopefully together we can navigate this time of our life, this mid time of our life, and find a way to make the rest of our life the best of our life. Thanks for being here with me today. Bye-bye.